Hey everyone, it's Ari, and welcome to the comeback of Raise Your Voice. I know, it's weird to say that. It's great to be here. As you can see, we finally got a budget, and I'm currently sitting in my totally real studio. I mean, look at this. I even got a view of the night sky behind me. You know, I got some lights. It's seriously some like high-level production stuff. Okay, in all seriousness, contrary to the last season, some things are going to be a lot different this time around. For example, if you look at the length of this video, you might notice that it's a lot shorter than all the other episodes in the series, and that's because we have a new format. From now on, each episode is going to be about 5 minutes long, and everything is going to be snappy, and I can't snap, but snappy and straight to the point. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. You know, I've already wasted about a minute with this introduction. So first of all, let's pick up where we last left off in July, alright? Highrise has gone through a lot of changes, and I promise I'm going to try to cover them all eventually, but for now, let's talk about the main elephant in the room. Explore is gone. The main aspect of Highrise that brings the community together has been gone for weeks. No longer can you log into Highrise and check out what's popping on Explore. You actually have to follow people if you want to be connected to other people. Just imagine TikTok without its For You page or Twitter without its trending page. We've entered a new era in Highrise where the community has never been this disconnected and distant before. And listen, I think that at the time that this all started, you know, removing Explore was a great idea, but I was under the impression that it was going to be a temporary thing, just to find out a few weeks later that Highrise wants to keep Explore removed to put less emphasis on the social part of the app? What? You know, on the App Store, Highrise is described as way more than just a social network. Girl, you just completely removed the social network aspect of the app. Like, are you sure about that? And the reason that I wanted this to be the first topic of this comeback series is because as a content creator myself, removing Explore has brought on a lot of conflict within our group. A lot of us have stopped making content, including me for a while, and even stopped playing Highrise because being in touch with the community is one of the main parts of being a content creator. And when Highrise removes that main way to connect with others, there seems to be kind of no point in making content anymore. I mean, it was already difficult to get noticed on Explore in the first place because of like the wonky algorithm and all that, but now it's just gotten worse. When you tag one of your posts with #Explore in an attempt to be seen, you know, you can just refresh the page and your post is long gone. It makes the CCC badge like nearly useless, and for many of us it's been demotivating, you know, because interaction is what drives us to keep creating, and when that interaction has slowed down drastically, we just eventually stop creating. And this is basically devastating for artists and builders too, or anyone who just relies on the creative community in general to make profit on Highrise, because I think it's safe to say for all of us that sales have slowed down drastically for everyone, partly because it's already, like I said, difficult to be seen, and partly because barely anyone cares to be active on Highrise anymore to want to buy anything, because there's simply just no point in logging on when one of the core aspects of what makes Highrise enjoyable is simply gone. And that's another thing too, you know, I've noticed that so many of my group chats are very noticeably inactive now. It's gotten to the point where I personally log on once a day to say hi to my group chat and then get my daily reward, and I'm pretty sure my average screen time on Highrise went from like 6 to 10 hours a day to just 5 minutes a day. And yeah, that's kind of healthy for me, but it's just saying a lot, you know. And I know I'm not the only one too. Plenty of other people have said that they're in the same position where it just sucks to be on Highrise right now because there's just nothing to look forward to. You can only log on for events and sell some stuff for so long, you know, at a certain point it just becomes boring and repetitive. I'm going to introduce a new segment on this series where I read a letter submission from an anonymous player on Highrise, but since this is my first episode and I don't have any letters to read, I'm just going to read my own letter. In the future, if you want to submit a letter, I've included a form in the description where you can write one, and I'll read one every episode, and if I choose yours, I'll give you 200 gold in return. How does that sound? Anyway, here's my letter to Highrise. Dear Highrise, you've broken my heart, you know that? You told me everything was fine, and you said you were going to change for the better, but instead, these past few months have been nothing but disappointment. I put my faith in you. You know, I had hope for our future and I vouched for you. I stood up for you and I played nice, but you let me down multiple times. And one after the other, I mean, with each mistake, it's almost like you don't want me to be here anymore. I think it's time we see other people. Quite literally. I mean, I think it's time you add back Explore so I can literally see people again. Best regards, Ari. Anyway, thanks for watching the first episode of Season 2. Tune in sometime next week or so when I talk about events and why these past few ones haven't been very well received and some ways to possibly fix that. And make sure to check my profile out on Highrise because I'm going to post a lot of updates and surveys related to this series, as well as some giveaways, because, you know, I'm planning on quitting this app sooner or later, so I might as well just give back to the community. Anyway, I'll see you guys again soon. Tell me what you think about this new format and raise your voice. Take care.
Pick up the mic and make some noise. Raise your voice. voice.